Okay, so in this second tutorial video, we're going to be taking a look at different output types when you're querying rows. Okay, so if you remember from the first video, we did specify that we wanted to fetch a sock, and what that means is that each row is going to be returned as an associative key, wherein each key is the column name of the database table. Okay, so let's have a look at what else we could do here. So in addition to fetch associative, or which stands for fetch associative, there is another constant that we could use, which is called fetch num. So let's try that out here. Num. Okay. So what that will return to us, if you guess, is that these are going to be numbered instead of associative. Okay, so let's refresh, and as you can see, instead of the column names, now you have 0, 1, 2, 3, and you just have to look over those to get the values. Okay. So next, let's have a look at what else we could use. There is fetch both, which is the default if you don't pass in anything. So I'll just clear this out so you can see the difference. So let's just go back to our browser, refresh, and by default that's what is returned to you, the format. And let's have a look at how we can explicitly tell the PDO statement that we want that return. So we can say fetch both, and if we go back to the browser and refresh, we'll still get the same one as the default one. Okay, so next let's have a look at what else we could do. And so last time we had a look at fetch both. Next we can say fetch object, and the shorthand is obj. And what that returns to you is not an array for each row, but an object wherein each property is the column name. So let's refresh. As you can see, this first row here is an object of type standard class, and each property in the object is the name of the column. All right, so let's just see how we can access those elements. So let's just remove this printer here. So let's say for each result as row, and let's just echo maybe row. Since it's an object, we're going to have to access the properties not in an array form but like object properties. So let's just say echo row ID. Okay, and we put a break tag there. Let's just say br here, and next let's just say echo row username. I'll just duplicate that quickly, bring it down here. Next let's just say echo row email, and I'll duplicate that again, bring it down here, echo row password. Just so I'll show you how to access each row in the list of elements. So as you can see, for each row we're outputting the ID and then username, email, and then password, and then we're coming down to row number 2, and then we're doing the same there. So it seems like we didn't put a br tag right before after this last one, so that's why the ID for the second table was not showing up. So let's just put a br tag there, not table but row. So as you can see, we have ID for row 1 and row 2. Okay, so if this was an array, if you didn't say fetch object and you say fetch assoc, so instead of accessing these as properties, you're gonna have to do something like this. So let me just comment the other ones out. Let's just use username and ID only, just to make it fast. So I'll comment all these out. So let's go back to our browser, refresh. As you can see, we're accessing the ID and the username. So fetch assoc returns an array for each row, and fetch object returns an object for each row. So there you have it, guys. These are the most popular output types in PHP Pdo. There are others, but I didn't touch on them because they are either not used very frequently or they are slightly more advanced. And you can have a look at the php.net website, and there's a whole bunch of information about PDO and what you can do with it there if you want to look further than what we have covered here. And thank you for watching, and in the next video we're going to take a look at how we can fetch single rows from our database. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.